se me ocurre nada. Tierra. Pero ¿y ahora dónde encuentro yo tierra? El chingo de agua. Aquí no tiene que ser. Aquí. Qué rebuscado esto, ¿eh? Vale. Vale, me tengo que dar prisa porque algo está pasando ya. Pero ahí donde veo. ¿Lo he hecho tarde? Cálmate, piensa, tal vez pueden enmendar mi error si destruyo el ordenador de la sala contigua, pero tengo que darme prisa. Pues que me estás poniendo muy... No acercar material líquido. A ver, a ver, a ver. Vale. El coso burbujeante que tiene el Master este. Lo tengo, lo tengo, lo tengo, lo tengo, lo tengo. Mientras tanto.
This means that from now on, you will be in charge of not only yours, but Frank's assignments too. That's right. That means downstairs lab sanitation, drain assignments, the works. With all the clearance that entails. That's a lot of responsibility we're investing in you, Jasper.
I thank you, sir. But what about Frank?
Tengo que tener cuidado ahora porque puede que esté este señor aquí. Ahora cambio, cojo la manzana, regreso y se la doy a este más.
And you brought me an apple. Good. There's no eating in the lab, so I'll just pop out for a few to get some fresh air. Anyone asks, I'm up on 14 redacting Tuesday's pathology reports. Got it? Just don't touch anything.
Sí, tranquilo, hermano, tranquilo. Tranquilo, tranquilo, tranquilo. Tranquilo, tranquilo, tranquilo. Voy con usted, señor. Le he dejado lleno el cajón de mierda. Ostras, está abierto esto.
Should I be writing this down? I don't have anything to write with.
Shut up and pay attention. You are standing on the brink of an extinction-level event sent in motion by greedy halfwits that will eventually end the lives of every man, woman, and child on the planet.
Y ahora está cerrado también.
Poor Dr. Lambert.
Keep your voice down.
Yikes!
Shh.
You're alive?
Well, for a little longer at least.
But how?
I faked it.
Faked what?
You detailed this exact scenario to me 40 years ago, remember? Of course you do. To you, it was a mere day ago.
Padre del amor hermoso.
The earlier version of you had to see me die and get dragged off, so as not to alter the course of action that brought you to my doorstep in the first place. And yet I had to survive long enough to assist you in carrying out your mission. So I staged my premature demise.
So, you're not dying?
Oh, I am dying all right. Despite my better judgment, I attempted to circumvent getting shot by taking a different route to the labs than originally planned. I foolishly believed I might actually bend the rules of cause and effect. The gaping hole in my gut makes it pretty damned evident how that turned out.
Dr. Lambert,
No more questions. Did you destroy the research data like I asked?
The computer? Yes, sir. Yes, I did.
Thank God. Now there is just one last matter to attend to. I need you to stop the last time pilot, the one who just left. Fortunately, we know exactly where, or should I say when, he is. The device, give it to me. You see that console behind you? Check the numbers in the first line of the fourth column and read them back to me.
$429-496-7295.
Are you sure that's correct?
I'm sure.
Dear God. I have configured the device to return you to the same destination. Here, take the device. Go one last thing. You can never...
Dr. Lambert?
Ha morido
Are
de
you-
nuevo.
Dr. Lambert? Sir?
Hemos visto morir por 2 veces ya. Aunque me tengo que ir ahora. Viaje Mobius. ¿Cuánto tiempo he estado inconsciente? El último que recuerdo es usar la máquina del tiempo. Normalmente me marea un poco, pero nunca tanto como ahora. No tengo la máquina ahora. Vale. La mía está rota, pero puedo volver en esa. El parecer. Berman solar. ¿Y una tumba? No me disgusta el figurín que traigo, pero no que... Qué grande que es Joe. Oh, me cae muy bien Joe. Un señor. Y un señor morido aquí. Está morido también este. Ya, el trapo está empapado, pero ¿y para qué me sirve esto? No, aquí creo que no tengo que hacer nada. Vale. Creo que voy a decir que estamos locos por intentar hacer eso. Em, vale, ya sé para qué es. Para este panel. Vale, ahora solo se me ocurre seguir este cable. Ostras, estoy enfermo yo también ya. Un machete oxidado. En la espalda de este sujeto. ¿Alguien lo mató? And why? Vale, tengo que afilar el puñetero machete en el bloque este de piedra. Vale. Lo que dices, yo con un machete desafilado, yo te rompo esas raíces. Te las rompo. Lo que pasa es que falta motivación aquí un poquito. Y encima se rompe el machete este mierdos. Y Frank, este es Frank. ¿Qué carajos hace Frank aquí? ¿Qué hace Frank aquí?
Frank?
Joe. Oh. Please. Need water.
What are you...
Please.
Tengo que ir por
I'll
agua.
get you some water. Hang in there.
Tengo que ir por agua. ¿Pero por qué Frank está aquí? ¿Qué pinta Frank en todo esto? ¿Qué carajo? Vamos. Se nos muere Frank. Corre, Joe, corre. ¿Cómo crecieron esas raíces tan rápido?
Here you go, Frank.
Oh. Thank you.
I don't understand. What are you doing here? Where are we?
I'm not sure. I had no time. Pushed it as far as it'd go. From what I've been reading, everything gets imprecise the farther you travel. Even your physical location can get messed up. Nobody's been this far. We could be hundreds, maybe thousands of years in the future for all I know.
I don't get it. So, you're a time pilot now?
Do I really need to spell it out for you, Joe? I stole it.
What? You stole the time machine, but why?
Look, I've got no reason to tell you, but I guess it doesn't matter. You're the last person I'll be sharing anything with anyway. The truth is, I'm a Soviet agent.
Cut it out, Frank. I'm not falling for that one again.
I'm not joking.
Frank, you're just sick, confused. Come on, you can't be. Where's your Russian accent?
Joe, I'm an undercover agent deployed by the Kremlin. My job is to fit in. How far do you think I'd get if I went around calling everyone comrade?
Hombre, estamos hablando de que estás en los 70s, amigo.
My real name is Yuri Barishev. I came to America in my early 20s. I went to school here, worked here, spent nearly 10 years building the foundation of an ordinary life. But the truth is that my life is far from ordinary. I am a spy. I was planted by the Soviet Foreign Intelligence Agency to gather intel on advanced U.S. military research programs. And I started getting my first missions in the mid-60s. At the time, I thought I had built a promising portfolio of leads. But as I started to pursue them, most of them turned out to be worthless. By 1968, I had run out of goodwill with my handlers at the Kremlin. I was a disgrace and headed for extraction. Desperate for something, anything to report, I came across a Canadian company moving large shipments of iridium, osmium, rare metals not typically used in mainstream manufacturing. The buyer turned out to be a government shell, rerouting the materials to unofficial contractors, one of which turned out to be Archon. Having convinced my superiors that I was onto something, I got a job as a janitor. But I didn't dig up much until you showed up. You were a great distraction, giving me plenty of chances to access off-limits areas. And for a while, I was able to scrounge together enough intel to keep the Kremlin happy.
Me ha usado. Me ha usado.
My hunch was correct, but I didn't have the full picture. Not yet. The metals were being used to build something unusual, all right. But I just couldn't piece it together. What I found made no sense. Time travel, doomsday scenarios. It read like bad science fiction. For a while, I thought they were on to me, feeding me bogus information. But as time went on, with security tightening around the labs and no one confronting me, I began to suspect that my intel was legit. But time was running out, with Brezhnev and your President Nixon set to negotiate the nuclear disarmament treaty in a few weeks. My superiors were demanding results. My job on the line, I got desperate and careless. And this morning I got caught. I was tailing an engineer into an off-limits lab when I bumped into Barney from security. Ironically, management chalked up my trespassing to cluelessness and settled for just firing me. Knowing I wouldn't get another chance, I stole a security badge and snuck back in. I just found the time machine operator's manual when you showed up out of nowhere and nearly screwed it all up. Then it clicked. Not only could I steal the technology, it was the perfect getaway, too. Using the manual, I set the destination as high as it would allow. I figured if I could just get far away, I'd have plenty of time to figure out how to get it back to the motherland, but I guess you know the rest. Listen, Joe. I'm really sick, and I'm not making it back. But you still can. The time machine has a timer, like a toaster. It's designed to return home unless the timer's reset. I removed the main power supply fuse to keep it from taking off without me. Here, take it. I have no idea how you got here, and I guess it doesn't matter. Still, despite my mission, the double life, and the deceit, your friendship was always genuine. You're an honest guy, Joe, and I've really enjoyed your company. And now, please, leave me. The pain's coming back. Oh, it hurts to talk. Need rest.
Pobre Frank. Está inconsciente. Vale. Joder, qué giros da la historia del juego. Buah. Pero es que yo también estoy enfermo, es irresponsable volver. Vale, yo soy el organismo no identificado. Yo soy la enfermedad.
No, it can't be. The foreign organism. It's me. I brought back the disease. I'm the one who spreads it. It was me all along. I must have brought it back with me. Oh, God. I think I'm gonna throw up. I can't deal with this. What do I do?
¿Puedo congelarme? Pues no. Vale, aquí no puedo hacer nada. ¿Dónde debo usarla? Guía de operaciones de la consola Lazarus versión 11. Tal vez pueda usar esto. Ahora tengo que alargarme antes de que la seguridad aparezca y comience a afectar a todo el mundo. Pero ya es que estoy a duras penas. A duras penas me muevo. El virus aniquila la humanidad, así que el doctor Lambert me encuentra antes de que el virus se propague y me envía al pasado para detenerlo, pero acabo contagiándome. ¿Y cuántas veces llevo haciendo esto? Para otra terminal. ¡Joder, me muero! Va a ser para esto. Sí, me congelo. Un trozo de papel con unas cuantas rayas irregulares. Parece uno de esos polígrafos de las series policiales. Y que al lado de Pum. No veas cómo me duelen las articulaciones. No hay Pum. ¿Esto será para esto? No llegaría ni con un avión de papel. Verdad. What the fuck? What? Hombre, qué mal rollo me está dando.
Whoa there, man. No offense intended.
Vale, el sujeto está alterado por el sonido, creo. Tengo que encontrar algo aquí, supongo. El hecho. Hay un 13 en la lámpara. Hay un chisme debajo del cojín, me recuerda a esos mandos espaciales Zenith tan molones. Lo único que pasa es que este parece realmente espacial.
No way to escape it. No way out, no way out, no way out. I'm sorry, what?
End of days, scourge and sickness, the cleansing of the earth. The overlords conspired against us, tricked us, made us bring the poison back into the nest, like good little ants.
Who did?
Too late. What's done is done. No backsies, but we must try. Do you hear me?
Sure.
The key to salvation. I've seen it, felt its color, know its shape. They don't know that I know. Oh no, but I know. I know. Write it. Write it, write it, write it! Before it disappears. Write it down before it disappears.
Took away my tools.
I'll forget without my tools.
Your tools?
Pens, paper, they're erasing the slate, forcing me to forget, trying to break my resolve. The persistence of memory, I must repeat, 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 all the time repeat. Oh, they fear me, cower at the sight of scientific rigor. They know I'm close, so they take away my tools. But I'll show them. The blinding light of the scientific method casts no shadows.
No me puedo ir ya. Cierto que este lugar es un poco deshecho. A ver. Tengo una ligera idea de lo que hay que hacer. Vale, con esto aquí. Y el señor se va. Pero síguelo, por favor. Vale, todo tu rollo, hermano.
mightier than the sword. The pen, the pen, the pen. Need paper to reproduce the key. Need the paper. Gotta have paper. The key. The key. Keep it close. Keep it safe. Bring help. Don't get caught. Save the kingdom, get the girl. Save the kingdom, get the girl. Save the kingdom, get the girl.
Hay un 13 ahí en esa lámpara.
Miss, nurse,
Oh, hi there. Goodness, you startled me. You could have just knocked. And it's Doctor, actually, Dr. Emma Brown. I'm a little embarrassed to say, but we don't have any files on you, so I don't even know your name.
it's Joe, ma'am.
Oh, call me Emma. We're not so formal here. It's nice to meet you, Joe.
I'm sorry, Dr. Brown. I don't know how to say this, but everyone here is in serious danger. I'm very sick, and it's very important you call the authorities and...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Take it easy. Deep breaths. There's nothing to be afraid of. How do you feel?
Okay, I guess. A little sore.
See, you're fine. And the soreness is to be expected. You've undergone muscle therapy. You've been asleep for at least 3 decades, after all. Maybe even more.
What?
30 años.
Where am I? What year is this?
Easy, Joe. I know it's a lot to take in. It'd be a shock to anyone's system. Haven't been under for as long as you have. It's 2012, and this is the psychiatric ward at St. Genevieve's Hospital. You were brought out of hibernation 5 weeks ago. Like the others, you were placed in an artificial coma for regenerative muscle therapy and brought here for evaluation and rehab after everything checked out.
Oh, God. The tubes. You have to listen to me, doctor. I'm dangerously sick. I was carrying something when I got in.
Oh, that? Well, that's true. You did all have some kind of flu. Actually, the resident physician did find it peculiar how you had all contracted a type of avian flu that only first appeared in the late 90s, and a new strain at that. In any case, the pathogen was largely dormant due to the extended hibernation. We run very thorough medical checks on all our cryo clients, so we gave you all a shot of our regular cocktail. Cleared it right up before you even came to.
So it's gone? But Archon...
Yes, I'm afraid I don't know much about all of that. All I know is that the company that froze you went bankrupt back in the early 70s. A victim of industrial sabotage, I think. Anywho, the remaining assets were sold off, and the Cryoform company bought the cryogenics technology. As per ethical requirements, that included all of you who were frozen there. We've been helping rehabilitate Cryoform's clients for the past 5 years or so. Mostly folks suffering from previously incurable terminal illnesses and heavy wallets. But you didn't hear that from me, Unfortunately, cryogenics was a little experimental when you went under. So, while the company's been freezing and reviving clients for quite some time, you had to stay confined to the original equipment. Apparently, a lot of Archon's original documentation was destroyed in a fire. So Cryoform had practically no information on any of you. That's another reason it took so long to figure out how to revive you. Sadly, the others haven't been quite as coherent. They share certain delusions, end of the world, that sort of thing. An unfortunate side effect of cryogenics' primitive state at the time, I suspect.
Claro, ya se me hacían conocidos estos
You,
sujetos.
however, seem just fine. Apart from the shock, I mean.
Son los otros dos con los que me estaba congelado.
So I'm not sick? You sure?
Yes, Joe, quite sure. In fact, I see no reason to keep you here. We have an excellent rehabilitation team who'll get you settled into your new life in no time. Just come see me when you're ready to go.
30 años en el futuro. Supongo que puedo irme ya, ¿no? Pero puedo hablar con alguien antes.
They gave us the fire of the gods, then watched us burn. They're baneful. We're nothing to them. Don't trust them. You hear? Never forget, never forget, never forget. Keep it in mind. Useless without my tools. Hypothesize, test, observe, interpret. Hypothesize, test, observe, interpret. Hypothesize, test, observe, interpret. They gave us the fire of the
Vale,
gods.
que sí, hombre, que sí.
Don't never forget, never forget.
Vale. El otro sujeto no me dice nada. Y en mi habitación hay algo. En la habitación de este otro sujeto. Ahora tú no experimentaste las pantallas planas, amigo. Supongo que es solo irnos ya.
So, are we all ready to go?
I guess.
Oh, don't worry. The rehab team's eager to help get you settled in. I know it may feel a little overwhelming now, but trust me, you'll love it in 2012. Endless opportunities.
2012,
A whole
ojo,
new lease
cuidado.
on life. Speaking of, I happened to catch you on the surveillance monitors a little while ago, and you seem to show excellent problem-solving skills. You like puzzles, Joe? Perfect. I'll be sure to mention it to the career coaches. They'll find just the right thing for you.
Joder, mira, Vladimir Putin aquí. Escuchando música. En el trabajo. En un call center. Al final pudimos hacer nuestra vida. ¿Logramos evitar el apocalipsis? House on Fire. La casa desarrolladora, supongo, ¿no? Thomas Ryder, Game Designer, Level Designer. Vale, esta es la gente que ha ayudado al proceso de creación de este juego. Oye, pues me ha gustado mucho. Y yo que jugué los 5 primeros episodios, lo jugué en teléfonos, en el teléfono, hace 2 años. Sí, hace 2 años y medio más o menos, 3 años tirando. Que lo jugué. 2 años y medio. Y nunca había podido terminarlo hasta ahora. Y me había llamado muchísimo la atención porque yo soy mucho de este tipo de juegos de misterio, aventura, rompecabezas. Y me ha parecido súper bien elaborado el juego. Podría decir que hasta a little bit científicamente accurate. Como relativamente acertado científicamente, ¿sabes? Me ha gustado. Me ha gustado, muy interesante, ¿eh? Es súper recomendado. Todos quieren ser Spider-Man, pero nadie quiere ser Peter Parker, es verdad. Oye, a mí me gustaría ser Peter Parker, era listo, ¿eh? Ojalá yo ser listo. Está muy bien el juego, Isma. Me ha gustado mucho. Tienes que probarlo, está súper recomendable. No te voy a spoilear nada, pero es que me gustan tanto los acertijos que hay que resolver. El ending de la historia está súper bien también. O sea, pruébalo, pruébalo, está muy, muy interesante. Ahora, ¿quieres que te muestre en lo que he estado trabajando para los directos y tal? Verás, es que hoy día me desperté con pocas ganas de verme en cámara, la verdad. Entonces me estuve poniendo a investigar, ¿no? Sobre los VTubers y tal. Y pues tengo aquí ya mi avatar y todo el tema. Entonces no voy a hacer un VTuber al uso, ¿sabes? O sea, hacer 100% para juegos como este, por ejemplo, de misterio, juegos que pienso resubir al canal de YouTube, voy a usar mi cara real, ¿no?